The Loyal Husky. In a quiet village near the edge of a vast, snowy forest lived a majestic husky named Argo. His thick silver fur shimmered like moonlight, and his deep blue eyes reflected both strength and warmth. Argo was not an ordinary dog. He was the trusted companion of a man named Ivan, a kind but humble woodcutter. Ivan had raised Argo since he was a tiny pup, and over the years, their bond had grown unbreakable. Every day, Ivan and Argo ventured into the forest together. Ivan would chop wood while Argo kept watch, running across the snow to chase away wild animals or to help pull the sled loaded with logs. They were a perfect team, Ivan often said. As long as I have Argo, I am never alone. And indeed, Argo felt the same way. His loyalty was unwavering. Ivan was his world. One winter, a terrible snowstorm struck the village. The wind howled like wolves, and the snow piled higher than ever before. People were trapped in their homes, and the cold became unbearable. Ivan, concerned for his elderly mother, who lived in another part of the village, decided to make the dangerous journey to bring her food and firewood. He harnessed Argo to the sled and packed supplies. "Argo, my friend," Ivan said, patting his companion's head. "We have a big job today." The storm grew fiercer as they moved forward. The wind lashed against Ivan's face, and snow blinded his vision. But Argo pushed through, his paws sinking deep into the icy ground. Hours passed, and the path became almost invisible. Suddenly, a loud crack echoed. The ice beneath the sled split, and Ivan slipped, falling into a freezing river.
The current dragged him under the icy surface. Argo leaped without hesitation.
He plunged into the freezing water, his powerful legs kicking against the current. He bit onto Ivan's coat and pulled with all his strength. The water numbed his body, but his determination burned stronger than the cold. Inch by inch, he dragged Ivan back to the surface and onto the snow-covered bank. Ivan lay unconscious, shivering violently. Argo licked his face and nudged him, but Ivan didn't wake. The husky knew he couldn't leave his master there to freeze. Summoning all his strength, Argo positioned Ivan on the sled and began pulling. The storm howled around them, but Argo pressed forward, one step at a time, his breath steaming in the bitter air. After hours of relentless struggle, they reached the old wooden cabin where Ivan's mother lived. The old woman opened the door and gasped at the sight of her son, half frozen on the sled, and the exhausted husky collapsing beside him. She quickly brought them inside, lit a fire, and wrapped Ivan in blankets. Argo lay by the fire, his fur soaked, his body trembling, but his eyes never left Ivan's face. Days later, Ivan awoke. The first thing he saw was Argo lying by his side, weak but alive. Tears filled Ivan's eyes as he hugged his loyal friend. "You saved me, Argo," he whispered. "You are more than a friend. You are my hero." From that day on, the story of Argo, the husky, who braved the storm and saved his master, spread throughout the village. People spoke of his courage and loyalty for generations. Argo never asked for recognition. All he wanted was to stay by Ivan's side. For him, loyalty was not a choice. It was his heart. Moral of the story: true loyalty does not waver in hardship. A loyal heart will face any storm for the ones it loves.